Hi, I'm Mark Ellison from 5 Daily Trivia Questions, and I've got some wickedly bad news for you. Next week is Villains Week, where we'll be celebrating the most memorable antagonists from pop culture. Every day we'll focus on a different set of iconic villains, from James Bond's greatest foes to Star Wars' Dark Side, Disney's animated antagonists, Batman's rogues gallery, and horror's most terrifying monsters. I've got a villain question for you right now. Which James Bond villain had steel teeth and appeared in 2 films, The Spy Who Loved Me and Moonraker? Was it Odd Job, Jaws, or Blofeld? If you knew it was Jaws, then you're going to love what we have in store. And if you didn't know, well, there's no better time to learn about these unforgettable characters. Join us for Villains Week on 5 Daily Trivia Questions. Subscribe for free right now wherever you get your podcasts. And remember, sometimes it's good to be bad.
In Washington, D.C., power flows through information. But what happens when the most sensitive military intelligence in the world ends up on the wrong phone? In the halls of power, a national security advisor makes a fatal miscalculation. On the other side of the world, a special forces team walks into a perfectly orchestrated trap. When the dust settles, 4 American soldiers are dead, 3 more captured. And the most catastrophic intelligence breach in modern history is just beginning to unravel. Signal Lost, a 6-part podcast thriller about betrayal, courage, and the devastating consequences of a world where even our most guarded communications are never truly secure. When everyone is listening, nowhere is safe. Signal Lost. Available wherever you get your podcasts.
Calaroga Shark Media.
From Washington, D.C., where Trump is explaining what a woman is, this is Ballot.
I can tell you what a woman is. She's the person saying no to me at the hotel bar around 11:30. Let's hit this. Ladies and gentlemen, our president has officially weighed in on biology. When asked to define what a woman is, a question he claimed was easy, Trump delivered this groundbreaking scientific definition. A woman is somebody. They can have a baby under certain circumstances. She has a quality. A woman is a person who is much smarter than a man, I've always found. A woman is a person that doesn't give a man even a chance of success. The press room erupted in laughter, but I'm not sure if they were laughing with him or at the fact that his definition of women included them being much smarter than men. Coming from a man who once said he was really smart, this is quite the admission. The question came after a reporter praised Trump for appointing women to powerful positions in his administration, including Chief of Staff Susie Wiles, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, and Attorney General Pam Bondi. The reporter then asked Trump to define a woman since Democrats seem to struggle answering this question. Nothing like a softball question wrapped in flattery and partisan jabs. But then Trump pivoted to his favorite culture war topic, transgender athletes in women's sports, calling it crazy and very demeaning to women. He couldn't resist taking a political swipe, saying Democrats who support trans athletes in women's sports will never win another election. Because nothing says addressing complex issues with nuance like reducing them to election talking points. Trump has been busy signing executive orders with subtle titles like keeping men out of women's sports and defending women from gender ideology, extremism, and restoring biological truth. I'm shocked he didn't call it the men are men and women are women, period, end of story, no further questions, Act of 2025. His administration has also launched an investigation into California for allegedly hiding children's gender identity from parents, though California maintains parents still have full, guaranteed access to their students' education records. Trump concluded by declaring, "Women are basically incredible people, do so much for our country. And we love our women, and we're going to take care of our women." Because nothing says respecting women like repeatedly referring to them as our women, like they're a collection of commemorative plates. So there you have it. Women are smarter than men, can sometimes have babies, and are incredible people who need to be taken care of. Just don't ask about the equal pay thing. Bluesky is making money the old-fashioned way by trolling Mark Zuckerberg. In a stunning twist of business strategy, Bluesky has discovered that mocking tech billionaires is apparently more profitable than selling digital real estate. The social media company raked in more cash in one day selling t-shirts that poke fun at Mark Zuckerberg than it made in 2 years of selling custom domains. The saga began when Bluesky CEO Jay Graber walked on stage at SXSW wearing a shirt that read Mundus Sine Caesaribus, Latin for a world without Caesars. This was a direct jab at Zuckerberg, who recently wore a shirt saying Outzuck out nihil, a reworking of either Caesar or nothing, to basically mean either Zuckerberg or nothing. The irony-laden fashion statement was such a hit that Bluesky started selling the shirts for $40 each. They sold out almost immediately. Chief Operating Officer Rose Wang joked, "That's it, pivoting to a t-shirt company," which might not actually be a terrible business plan. Bluesky has now put a second batch of shirts up for sale, but only until March 25th. The proceeds will benefit the AT protocol developer ecosystem, which powers the Bluesky network. Who knew that Latin phrases on t-shirts would be the key to tech profitability? Perhaps next quarter's earnings call will feature Bluesky executives in togas explaining their revolutionary business model. We've found that people will pay good money to publicly declare they want fewer tech overlords. Revolutionary! Scientists just published a study saying Earth's soil is drying up at staggering levels, and it's likely irreversible while humans are alive. Well, that's a cheery way to start your morning. Nothing says have a great day like learning the planet is turning into beef jerky. According to this research, from 1979 to 2016, we lost a ton of soil moisture. And when I say a ton, I mean 1,614 gigatons between 2000 and 2002 alone. For reference, a gigaton is the approximate weight of my anxiety after reading this news. This massive soil drying is apparently contributing to sea level rise more than previously thought, at a rate of about 1.95 millimeters per year. That's even more than Greenland's ice loss was contributing during that time. So next time someone blames the melting ice caps for rising seas, you can be that annoying person who says, actually, it's the dirt. The researchers tracked Earth's water storage using sea level rise data, and I'll get this, changes in Earth's tilt. That's right, moving all that water from land to ocean literally changed how the planet wobbles. The study found removing groundwater shifted Earth's tilt 31.5 inches eastward. So if you've been feeling a little off balance lately, it's not just the political news. The planet itself is leaning. Scientists say soil moisture still has not recovered and likely won't under the current climate conditions. Great news for people selling moisturizer. Terrible news for literally everything else. In related news, Dasani Bottled Water just updated their slogan to "Drink up, there might not be more where that came from."
If your job at a healthcare facility includes disinfecting against viruses, you know prevention is the best medicine. And maintaining healthy spaces starts with a healthy cleaning routine. Grainger's world-class supply chain helps ensure you have the quality products you need when you need them. From disinfectants and cleaning supplies to personal protective equipment, so you can help deliver a clean bill of health. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Just when you thought your morning toast was safe, researchers have dropped a bombshell that might make you reconsider your breakfast routine. According to a new study published in JAMA Internal Medicine, butter lovers might be spreading themselves thin in the lifespan department. The study tracked over 220,000 people for 30 years and found that those who consumed the most butter had a 15% higher chance of early death compared to those who rarely used it. Meanwhile, plant oil enthusiasts enjoyed a 16% reduction in mortality. Talk about adding years to your life 1 tablespoon at a time. Dr. William Lee explains that this isn't exactly shocking news, Butter is packed with saturated fat, about 7 grams per tablespoon. That's 36% of your daily recommended value, which is probably not what your cardiologist had in mind when they said to live life to the fullest. But before you throw your butter dish out the window in a panic, the experts say moderation is key. Dr. Bernadette Anderson reassures us, you don't have to quit butter cold turkey. Cold turkey on toast with butter is still probably a bad idea, though. The New York Times looked at Gen X. Remember Gen X, they're that forgotten middle child between boomers and millennials who once dominated media and creative industries. Well, now they're experiencing what experts call a career apocalypse, or what the rest of us call becoming increasingly irrelevant. If you entered the glamorous worlds of magazines, newspapers, photography, or advertising in the 90s, there's a decent chance you're now doing something completely different, like explaining to teenagers what magazines and newspapers were. I am having conversations every day with people whose careers are sort of over, says Chris Wilcha, a 53-year-old director in Los Angeles. Nothing says midlife crisis quite like realizing your entire skill set has the market value of a Blockbuster video membership card. These Gen Xers grew up in an analog wonderland of landline phones, tube TVs, vinyl records, and newspapers that left actual ink on your hands. Not just digital eye strain and carpal tunnel syndrome. When digital technology first appeared with AOL email and MySpace, they thought it was just another fun toy, not the career-destroying monster it would become. And just when Gen X thought it couldn't get worse, here comes artificial intelligence, ready to replace the remaining jobs that haven't already been devoured by the internet. By 2030, ad agencies will lose 32,000 jobs to AI. Because nothing says progress like replacing humans with algorithms that can create mediocre content at lightning speed. It's like Gen X was making candlesticks when electricity was invented. Except instead of pivoting to making lamps, they're watching 23-year-olds with TikTok accounts get their dream jobs. The timing couldn't be worse for this generation. They're facing mortgages, college tuition for their kids, and caring for aging parents, all while watching their retirement accounts look more like sad piggy banks than actual nest eggs. As one really good-looking media veteran put it, you host the 11 p.m. news for 20 years, and the next thing you know, you wind up hosting some dopey podcast. So pour one out for Gen X's media careers. They're going the way of MTV playing actual music videos. Which, ironically, is something only Gen X remembers anyway.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No